Okay, still need to send this out. Okay, still need to send out the link to my Instagram. So give me a minute here while we're I'm about to discuss about some things here because I need to get this out to almost everybody out here. Okay, so um all right. Uh, okay. Right. Okay. Get here. Live stream. 6:10. It's June 10th here from where I live here. Okay. All right, I already sent it. Not now. Okay. Okay. So I promised that we were gonna talk about a few things today, and honestly, I have them here in the good in the I have them here in my history. So how's it going? It's going pretty well actually. So I hope you are doing well tonight. I really am excited to start this. I know last stream was kind of me complaining a little bit. So we'll 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 try to keep it newsworthy today. So um yeah. I don't I didn't get these news things like um from like sources. I just got them from like YouTube videos that I watched not too long ago. So uh yeah, that's where I get all. That's where I'm gonna get most of these. So um okay, so we are now going to talk about uh okay. So if you have not, if you've been living under a rock and have been not keeping up in the limelight, and have heard me talk about this so many times, and I talked about this on the blog on my website. I still need to update the website. I've been forgetting all about that, which I am gonna make. I'm gonna promise you that the website is going to be. It's gonna be great. For those that don't know, I have a website. Um, Website is not finished yet. The website, I haven't even done anything with it yet, but I should remodel it to see what I could do with it. But yeah, enough about that. Um, Review Tech USA. I think I went about on this, and Review Tech USA talked about violent video games, and I know this is kind of a controversial topic, and I know it's been like almost about over 9 years at this point, like at least 9 years ago at this point. But video games are dangerous. here we go. And it's a news segment on Glenn Beck's show, which I'm gonna honestly just go ahead and point this out to you because this is important information. Because this is actually quite a controversial topic, so let's kind of do this. So, um,
Beck decided on his show to talk about how there was 4 suicides in the UK, and it just so happened they all played Call of Duty. And of course, he turns this into a shit show, talking about the dangers of video games. It's a fucking train wreck. Just watch for yourself. Dear God.
The thing that I want to talk to you here is the conversation that we're not having. And the conversation that we're not having as a culture is the role of the internet and the busyness of our lives and these video games in particular. The coroner has expressed great concern over the violent video game Call of Duty after 4 teenagers who regularly played went to kill themselves. John Pollard claims the Certificate 18 game, which includes graphic scenes of soldiers killing each other, had featured in several inquests he had presided over. This is in England. He's a coroner. A warning came after a hearing in the death of a schoolboy, William Menzies, who was always playing the game. That's in quotation marks. Recording a suicide verdict at William's inquest, Mr. Pollard said, "I have to say, and this is after 3 or 4 inquests into deaths of teens, the Call of Duty game seems to be figuring in recent activity just before death, and it concerns me greatly."
Oh my God. 4 people committed suicide and they were teenagers and they just so happened to be playing Call of Duty?
okay. Alright, so you heard the segment, but, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do my opinion on this. And, okay. Oh God, Streamline, never mind. But, okay, so, okay, so I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, and, okay, so I'm gonna put my face cam on so you guys can see my beautiful face. Anyways, what I think about all this, Glenn, you're basically spreading propaganda, and let me tell you why. Look at this kind of in retrospective, okay? So there's been countless videos on this topic, and most of the videos and most of the research that's been done on this says that there is no freaking correlation to video games and what people do violently. There's no correlation between those two things. You could deny it all you want. All these news outlets can deny it all they want. But to be honest, like, it's not that, like, that does not, like, video games do not cause violence, because there's been various studies done. Where video games are not correlated with violence, and I'm gonna actually show you a study here. An aggression. Okay, an aggression. And study conducted. So we're gonna look at the statistics here. Okay? We're gonna look at the damn statistics here. And we're gonna look at this. Okay? We're gonna look at this. And I think I'm gonna pull up an image, because I don't think an article would give so much information. But like I said, if you look here, video game violence, or video game revenue and violent gun threats, violent gun deaths. So let's see in one chart, and this is from 2019-2017. I want to look at a good one here. So let's see, violent and neutral. So let's see, video game condition, violent. So let's see, let's look at this. Prevalence of violent video games playing by mass shooters. Playing unspecified video games. 7.56% of this one. And 13.95. And then let's see here. I might be looking at the wrong study here, but why video games aren't causing America's gun problem in one chart. So let's see, there's plenty of research debunking video games as the cause, but since McCarthy and other Republicans continue to blame video games, here's a simple chart showing the top game consuming countries, the number of violent deaths in each of them. So this is from each of them. So Japan, South Korea, here in the States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, and China. Look at all these, and then there's the video game revenue. Video game revenue is up. And look at the violent deaths from Japan, South Korea, and the United States. South Korea doesn't seem to have this problem, and Japan doesn't seem to have this problem. And us, the violent gun death is high. A previous version of this chart had South Korea and China as the two countries that the most per capita, with Japan in 10th place. Yeah, but you can see that that it does not cause violence at all. Rather, it's that they're blaming anything other than lax gun laws and the huge number of firearms in this country. Because it's the Republicans are now blaming video games, but it's rather that they're blaming anything other than lax gun laws, and the gun laws that need to be here, that need to be regulated. The gun laws need to be regulated in this state. They're not talking about that. And it's kind of stupid if you think about it, that these media outlets and these politicians that think that these would go really well with it, and that's not true at all. And I'm sorry that I basically didn't give enough information about that. There's not really that good of information here on the internet though about that, but it's from previous years ago. But like I said, let's go ahead and let me. Oh, I didn't have my thing here yet. So let's. I'm gonna do this again. So, why video games aren't causing America's gun problem in one chart. So, let's see. Let me get a chart here and see what we can get here. So, really related to gun deaths. So let's see. I don't need this. In the wake of two mass shootings in less than 24 hours that killed 30 people and injured dozens more. So let's see. So the video game, so that's the estimated revenue. So 4.5 4.43, and it's not really correlated to that. And I'm gonna kind of tell you why, but let me see if I can get a good study on this. My God, there's not really anything here. Okay, this is not going very well. Okay, so come on. I don't want these stupid ads here. Come on. Seriously, I can't go anywhere near this, seriously? Let me continue without this. Okay, it's not letting me here, but you get that. Well, you get that. Let's watch the original video to kind of see what we get here. So, all right. Okay, so let me see the.
Which is one of the biggest franchises in video game history that millions upon millions of people play. Oh my God, what a coincidence! It has to be Call of Duty. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That's like me saying, oh, Rich shot it. Like, say I committed suicide and an hour before I had a salad with croutons on it. And people being like, oh, you know, in the corner going, oh, Rich had a salad with croutons. I bet that was what put him over the edge and decided for him to swallow a bullet. It's not a coincidence. They're teenage kids and they play video games and they play Call of Duty.
Okay, I can't really find anything, but like I said, you know, the video game violence is violence is not really correlated to video games. I'll tell you that right now, it's not. And the biggest games that they're going after right now, and I'll tell you this, is Grand Theft Auto 5 and Call of Duty, and I think this guy said like Watch Dogs 2. There's no correlation with that. And I kind of show you a clip from this too. Yeah, if I can go to the original video here. So let's see.
Been linked to the deaths of two other unnamed teenagers. Norway, where 77. Yeah, they practice for 100 hours. Named Aiden Pierce. Named Aiden Pierce. Break the law. Any heroes. There's a troubled ant-killer game is late in it. Watchdog is they play them 100 hours. They pay $250 million to develop these things. $250 million to develop.
You know what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, they practice for 100 hours on them. They play them 100 hours in testing. All the people who are testing 100 hours. Think of that. All right, Watchdog is a new one. It's called Watch Dogs, and their stock is going down because this particular game is late in its development, and they say they just don't have it right yet, but when they do, it's going to be the blockbuster game. I want you to listen to this. Watch Dogs features a troubled anti-hero named Aiden Pierce. Now, an anti-hero. Have we not had enough? Can we have any heroes?
Seriously. Seriously, can we not have any anti-heroes? Seriously. Like, how stupid of a statement can you make that? Like, why aren't there any heroes. Listen. Is there not Superman? Is there not Mario? Is there not any other character in video game history? Batman, maybe, or the Assassin's Creed or something like that. Uh, like one example I could give is Mario. Mario is a hero. Yeah, we could give that as like a statement. Yeah, we can give that as a statement. Mario is a hero. Yes, he is. And who else? Who was that? Link? Link is another hero too. Yeah, Link and Mario, Kirby, if you want to count him. Yeah, but yeah, that's a stupid statement. Like, can like it is like we have heroes. Like, did you forget that we have Kirby, that we have Link, that we have Mario? Like, those are three examples of heroes that I gave there, and you think that you think that based on what you said about Watch Dogs is relevant, because, well, look at this. Watch Dogs is a video game. And what is real life? It's real life. Let's continue this.
Why must everyone be an anti-hero? Why must everyone break the law and do the thing? Why can't we have a Superman? Why can't we have somebody who is doing the right thing, does the hard thing? Instead, everybody is an anti-hero. A troubled anti-hero named Aiden Pierce, a Belfast immigrant bent on avenging the murder of his young niece, when he coincidentally uncovers the Big Brother-like Bloom Corporation. As a castigator of violence in the name of justice, Pierce takes the player on 50 missions through Chicago's autumn streets, back alleys, and decrepit housing project. A life-size poster of this conflicted protagonist looms on a conference room wall at Ubisoft. Pierce is clad in a trench coat, baseball cap, and a scarf that cover all but his menacing, judgmental eyes, while his obscured visage is meant to frighten, but it also can make him seem somehow paranoid. There's a reason for that. Watch Dogs allow the players to hack into cell phones, ATMs, drawbridges, even helicopters. Through cameras and laptops and televisions, players can peer into someone's fictional files and bedrooms to wholly envelop the lives of others. The game's primary goal is to track down the killers of Aiden's niece and halt a potential evil of the all-seeing corporation.
Okay. We just watched that. Look at this here. Like, so what he just explained is the objective of Watch Dogs is to find the killer of Aiden's niece, and like you just explained, the objective of the game is to go ahead and just hack into cell phones and other technology. Listen, that's kind of a contradicting statement to make, isn't it, Glenn? Like, seriously, like honestly, your statement is basically so wrong, because look at this here. So let's take, for example, let me take let me go ahead and put my face cam on again. So let's take, for example, if this mouse was the controller, right? Let's take this mouse as the controller, okay? This is a Camaro mouse, okay? Let's take this and let's take this example of a controller, right? So it's not gonna teach you how to hack. You just press a little button. So you just press a button, like, you know, like you just press a button when the game tells you, oh yeah, you need to press this button or whatever button it tells you. You need to press it to move on. Like, it's not gonna teach you how to hack. You know, hacking requires, coding or anything else of that sort. Like, that's like a controller is not going to teach you how to freaking hack into like different organizations or something like that. Like that, it's not possible at all. So that statement right there, you just made yourself look really embarrassed right there. You just made yourself look embarrassed right there, Glenn. I'm telling you that right now. That's terrible. Watch Dogs is one of the worst games ever made. The people who see this and want to do it themselves are either young and impressionable or have problems that they cannot solve themselves that lead to them doing these things. Reminds me of the Saga children's story, a song about one child leading the other down the wrong path. Even if video games aren't the issue, because some people won't fall for this stuff, there's a lyric in the song that says, the boy kept feeling like he had a disease or something like that. Oh, so that mouse is just insanely sick. Thank you. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate you I really do appreciate you complimenting my mouse. Thank you very much. But like I said again, with the example of this, there is no way that you can hack into different things because you pressed a button on a controller. Because, well, there's no actual computer knowledge going on. You have to learn how to code. You have to learn how to do programming languages. All that hard stuff that people probably don't even have time for. Like a game is not going to teach you how to do that crap. It's not going to teach you how to do that at all. And honestly, it makes me kind of annoyed that that the that that these politicians and these media corporations and these media outlets like to spew out that video games are what causes violence. There's not a single thing that correlates to that. There's not even a single thing that correlates to that. So quit talking out of your ass like you know something, news corporations, because you don't. And these news corporations probably have people that are like maybe older than probably older than what richest generation, like Review Tech USA's generation was the first generation to experience video games. Anything older than that, he's like maybe around 30 something years old, and he was the first generation to experience video games. Like, as long as the market is there, news corporations are gonna leash off it because gaming will always be a trending topic. Yeah, I know, but seriously, like these news outlets, like Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck probably hasn't even picked up a controller yet. Not even one of these news corporations, like they haven't even picked up a controller yet. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's are you just basing off like like what's coming out of, what's good to you, that's what irks me the most about these, violent video games. Like, video games are detrimental to, people, and there's been countless studies done. So it's not that good either. Yeah, he looks 80 in that video. Yeah, I know. No way he knows about video games in the slightest. No, he doesn't. Of course not. Of course not. No, of course not. Of course not. He does not know, and it's just so infuriating that he talks about video games and he doesn't know the slightest damn thing about them. It's just so frustrating to think that he knows so much about it. It's really just really really terrible, actually. You know, because he thinks he knows that he knows about these video games, when in reality he doesn't at all. So, that's one fact. Okay. Let's see. Other things that I think are pretty interesting. So let's see here. I got a couple videos from my history here. So let's see. Okay.
A huge portion of what I do here on YouTube.
Joe Rogan's statement on video games here. So, let's see. On video games. This is not the violent video games this time. This is another topic on video games that gets clouded on almost a couple things here. So, let's see. Joe Rogan's statement. Rogan video games. Let's see here. Okay.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
I found, I don't know if you agree with this, there were a ton of kids along the way growing up as I was building my business that would say, oh, I'm not into this.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Okay. Let me get this rolling here. Let's see. Okay. Now I kind of want you guys to watch this video, so we'll watch this video together, and we'll see what Joe Rogan's comments say here.
I found, I don't know if you agree with this, there were a ton of kids along the way growing up as I was building my business that would say, oh, I'm not into this, I'm not into that, kind of like you described yourself.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything because they're looking for that thing. And I would argue, do something. Do fucking something until you find that thing.
Yeah, I've never been that kid though. I've always been into things. I always was into art, or I was into something. I always found things that I was interested in. Just none of them seemed like they were normal things that other people wanted to do for a living, like the path, like a career path. But I think that there's a lot of people that don't have any. There's no one. They're not modeling their life after someone that they see that they admire, someone that's successful, someone that is doing something that they enjoy and love. Sometimes kids have to see that. Right. And if their parents are living a bullshit life and their neighbors are living a bullshit life and most of their family lives a bullshit life, they just fucking lay around, Yeah. And then they seek refuge in drugs or video games or something that stimulates them. And video games are a real problem. They're a real problem. You know why? Because they're fucking fun.
Addictive.
And you don't. Yeah. Well, I have a real problem with them. And you do them, and they're real exciting, but you don't get anywhere.
Right.
It's like you could do like martial arts, right? You could learn jujitsu, You get obsessed by jujitsu, and then 3 years later, you're like an elite jujitsu athlete. You're entering in competitions. You're a purple belt.
You're moving up.
Yeah, you're doing well. Right. You're thinking like, I might be able to open my own school one day.
You got confidence.
Yeah, if I have 100 students and those 100 students are paying me X amount of dollars per month, I can make a living. Holy shit, I can have this would be amazing. And then you see your jujitsu school, and your jujitsu instructor has all these students and drives a Mercedes, and he's got a nice family, and like, that's the future. This way you're doing something exciting and fun, and you don't. Or you could just be playing fucking video games. 3 years later, you could be that same kid just playing video games, waiting for the next whatever the fuck game is, next Xbox game to come out, and you're gonna waste your time.
You have children. I have children, and it's a big battle in the house.
Yes.
And my kids, I don't know if you're going through this, but my kids are now saying, well, Dad, this guy made all this money with this video game. That's
real too. That's
right?
real too now.
So like, that's 1 in a billion, kid.
I don't know if it's 1 in a billion, but look, I heard the same argument about comedy. My own parents were like, do you know how few people make it as a comedian? I was like, okay, does anybody make it? Somebody makes it, right? They figure out how to do it. They make a living. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Just stop. I know what I'm doing. I was real lucky that my parents were not around very much, so I didn't get much advice. So I figured it out myself. So there was no one telling me I couldn't do it. So
green fields.
I was like, I'm gonna find my way through this. And since no one's telling me it's impossible, no one's telling me I can't. Occasionally, I would hear someone say, "What are the odds?" I'm like, listen to this fucking loser. That's my thought. Was always like, that guy's a loser. Like, if you think like that, you're a loser. But there are kids that make a lot of fucking money playing video games. But the thing is, like, you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to play multiple video games, because the one video game that you get really good at, what are the odds that's going to be around 5 years from now?
Right.
Like, what's the big one now? Like Fortnite? Do they make money off of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Call of Duty. They make money off that. What's the big money? StarCraft used to be the big one, right?
That, League of Legends, Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike it's still the Half-Life mod.
Yeah, variations of it have come out, but it's still basically the same exact game.
They don't make money off Quake though, right? Not really.
Nah, really.
No.
A couple, one or two guys do, I think.
Yeah, see, it's you got to pick the right game. You could be obsessed with the wrong game.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna spend 5-10 hours a day in that.
You
house?
have to.
Right.
You would have to.
Some mornings call.
Yeah, look. Yeah, he wasn't talking about he wasn't talking about the video games that the media corporations like to spread around with that. Oh dear. Yeah, not everyone is going to pick up a controller and see that, it's like no one's gonna be like, yeah, I get it, like, like, yeah, people make money off of it, but yeah, I get it. Joe Rogan, he's probably really old, and I know where he's coming from. Look at this. So, let's say if you were a guy, let's say if you were somebody that that sits around in his basement all day. Let's say if you were a 30-year-old man, if I was a 30-year-old man, just sitting in my mother's basement doing nothing but playing video games all day, like what the hell am I what the hell am I even doing then? Like, if I'm not avoiding responsibilities when I'm playing video games, like, yeah, gaming is a hobby, but there are certain limits to video gaming. Like, yeah, like you're like, yeah, you just like, yeah, it's fun, but after a while it's gonna get kind of boring. Like take a quick look at example when, like, let me give an example here. So like I said, if I was a 30-year-old man, if I was like a 40-year-old man, like if I was in my 30s and, you know, I was playing the game like all day. Yeah, yeah, like if I was playing games all day, and if I was, like, you know, playing video games to pass the time, and I played it all day, every single day, like grinding like different levels, like yeah, that's gonna get boring after a while. And, you know, um just, you know, the fact that people people that play video games, like people who are like in their like 20s or 30s, you know, play video games for, you know, that play video games to just have fun, and are not making a real living out of it, and just, you know, just wasting their time the whole day to do it. Like, I get it. Like, you'll get addicted to it once in a while. Like, yeah, you know, like, you'll get addicted real quick. Like, it's a stimulation. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, and, you know, yeah, gaming is fun. Like, gaming is made for fun. But, look at it this way. Like, they're not saying, like, they're not telling, like all gamers should give up gaming. People are not saying, like, gamers should not game. Like, yeah, like, people can game, but there are certain limits to gaming. Like, there are certain limits to you know, to playing games. Like, if I play, like, for maybe like 2 or 3 hours a day, maybe, like, if I just play 2 to 3 hours a day, you know, that would be fine, because, you know, I'm not avoiding responsibilities, I'm not avoiding anything that, you know, that has to get done. But there is that typical person. There is people, and I'll say this, there are people who there are people who, in some cases, there's some people who like to go ahead and play video games all damn day. Like, they just sit there and do nothing but just play video games all day long. Like, they have no responsibilities. They have like no life to get to. Like that's where it becomes an issue. Like, you know, like, you get really addicted to it. And yes, gaming is made for fun, but then again, look at it this way. Like, look at it this way. Yes, gaming is made for fun. And yes, people have really forgotten about that. But then again, there are, like, the small little majority, the small village, you know, the small, like people like to call them the small village idiots. But the small village, the small village idiots that like to perpetuate the stereotype of people, like Mario fan, you and me, we are gamers, but we we focus on our responsibilities first. Gaming comes after that too. So we are gamers, but we're not gamers to the point where we're obsessed with gaming. Like we're like I said, we're not gamers that are obsessed with it to the point where we forget about everything. You know, that's where people kind of that's where most people kind of think gamers are. Like they're just 30, 20, like 30, 40-year olds living in their mother's basements and not doing anything else with their lives. Like that's what these people think. That's what society thinks. And it's kind of time for people to kind of move on with that. And you know, yeah, like you have a life. Yes, we all have lives, especially as gamers. We all have lives. And you know, I'm not saying that we should stop playing video games, but there is a point where we just, yeah, that's basically what you're trying to say. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, video games are fun, but at the end of the day, you know, we're not gamers that sit around like perpetuating the stereotype that oh yeah, all gamers are 20, 30-year olds or kids like living in their rooms or living in their basements and just gaming all day every day. Like we're not that. We're not that. We basically are not that. And yes, we need breaks. Video games are great in moderation. Yes, they are. And yes, I sometimes do play video games here and there. Like if I need a break, or if I just, have nothing else better to do than I'll go ahead and game. But sometimes, I don't even touch the controller for many days at all either. So, that is something. But yeah, I know that video gaming is like, yeah, the more you play it, the more it's going to get addicting. Yes, it is. It's like a drug. It's going, like, if you play for so long, like, let's say if you played it for like 10, 12 hours a day. Like, that's like pushing it. That's really pushing it. Like, if you play more than 12 hours a day, then yeah, that's okay. But if you're gaming just to like get rid of your responsibilities, and that's not something that you should do. And I think that's what people forgotten. Like, that's what these media outlets kind of forget, actually, that us gamers don't just sit around and play video games all day. We go out and do things. We go our lives. We do videos. We eat, sleep. We do all that. But people don't seem to realize. One guy games for like 96 hours. Yes, I was gonna talk next about that. One guy, so let's see. One guy, it was like a 15-year-old teenager. It was like a 15-year-old teenager. I think he was like here in the States. It was like a 15-year-old teenager. And I think I heard about this from Review Tech USA, and he talked about sorry, they damn thing here. Come on. Okay. Anyways, so back to my story. So there was like a 15-year-old kid that that had like a whole like a whole Call of Duty marathon for like a 96 hours straight, and it left him like in the hospital. And let's see. And like he was hospitalized, and one of the things that they said, I think in the article that Rich was Rich was referencing, that he was dehydrated or something like that. Like he didn't move. He didn't go to the bathroom. He didn't go out and eat a snack or take a break from the screen for a little bit. Like 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 yeah, I don't like yeah, I just sit there, but like like you gotta realize like it's just like honestly, for 96 hours a day, but like 4 days straight, it's that's crazy. Like honestly, I heard about this and I'm like, what the heck? Like it's it's very much like we like it's very much, yeah, like this guy didn't know what the limits were to gaming. Like yeah, he could almost die because he didn't get water or anything to or eat something to to like get back to the game and continue. But like just sitting there and doing nothing, that's kind of it's really just kind of dark. And when I saw that, I thought the same thing. Like it's very dark, I'll give you that. It's just I don't understand people. And yeah, I was surprised by that. And I'm a gamer myself, I really am. And like you, Mario fan, are a gamer here too. But yeah, like yeah, that's one person that took it way too far. And it really did surprise me, but at the same time, it kind of saddened me quite a bit, considering that that, that, that this guy almost died because of over exag like overdoing his hobby, like overdoing the hobby that we all love and enjoy. Like that was pretty dark. Yeah, I know. I know. Like that's honestly pretty dark. It honestly kind of saddens me a little bit. Yeah, I was kind of horrified. Yeah, I game for like a few hours a day, and I go to sleep and stuff like that, but not to the point where I'm like just sitting there for like 4 days straight and just just going ahead and ending up in the hospital because of it. Like that's crazy, man. Like that's very sad. Because imagine if one of us started gaming one day and just spontaneously died. Like yeah, that would be pretty sad. That would be really sad. But that would be sad. That would be really sad. Cause imagine cause yeah, cause like you said, imagine if one of us, like imagine me, if I started gaming like one day and I started gaming like relentlessly and just died from it, like that would be pretty sad. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't game all that much, honestly. And And yeah, I am a pretty big gaming fan, but at the same time, I don't, I just, I sometimes I'm not really that interested in gaming, and that too, but like I said, gaming, gaming in and of itself is a hobby, and like I said, gaming for that much time, 96 hours, like that is just honestly horrifying and terrifying at the same time. And honestly pretty sad because, it makes us gamers look bad. It makes us gamers look bad because people kind of think spontaneously like, oh yeah, this, like, just because this one guy did it does not mean that all gamers are not like this. Like, gamers are not all like this. They're not all just gamers. They're not all just playing video games for like 96 hours a day. Like, no, that's not who we are. We just are people who like to play video games. That's it. That's all we are. And people like to say from like this guy. Imagine your parents' reaction to it, though. Yeah, it would be pretty terrifying. It would be pretty. They would be crying, honestly, if that would be. If I'm being honest with you. It would be the most heartbreaking day of their lives. Yes, of course. It would be. Of course. It would be. And not just because of gaming. And, I think, and I believe that's why people think that but gaming is not really that accepted in society because of just one guy, like, perpetuating the stereotype, like I said over and over again, like like just because one guy did it, just because one guy overdid his gaming hobby, like overdid the hours of his gaming hobby, does not mean every gamer does this. Like, we, like, what is there not to understand? Like just because one guy who games overdid his gaming hobby doesn't mean that all of us gamers should get the blame. Like, that's not what we are. Like we're gamers, but we have lives. We do. And just because this guy spontaneously died because he gamed too much does not mean all of us do it. It, like, that's like, if people honestly think that, like people are getting the wrong idea of people like us. Like, it's like it's just a fact. It's just a really blatant fact. I'll give you that. And that's what I'm gonna probably say here, time and time again. It's yes, we love gaming, but we don't take it to an extreme like this guy did. We don't. And if people say that we do, it's not like that. I'm gonna reiterate. I don't intend to to say that over and over again. But that's basically how we all feel. Like, that's not how we are. Like, we should, like, like, we're gamers, but we have lives. But you're not like this one gamer. Like, we're not like this one guy. So people who say that, just get over yourselves and realize that all gamers do not do this. Like, all gamers do not like sit for 96 hours straight. And that's like something that I'm gonna Yeah. Yeah, most gamers do what they do because life sucks. It can be boring, tiring, and so much more. It's our break from the tribulations of life. Give us a break. Of course. Like, yeah, I guess. Like, me, I have college. You probably have school. Like, yeah, school ended for you, and, I don't go back to college until, like, August, but like I said, gamers like us do not do the same things what this one guy did. Like, get over yourselves already. That's probably most of what I'm going to say here. So yeah. So like I said, that's kind of what I kind of said here for right now. And yeah. But like I said, we're gonna end up with the tire list because I honestly wanna. Because we're gonna end it off with this, because I really want to end it off with a good one. Featured video game templates. So let's see. What do we get here? Honestly, I'm thinking of a controllers one. Let's do this one. This is a tier list of most of the controllers from home consoles. Here we go. Alright, so we got all this. We're gonna kind of end it up with the tier list today, so here we go. Alright, I think I still have my screen right here. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do a controllers tier list here. So the Nintendo Switch controllers. Oh god. Terrible controllers, I'll give you that. It's mostly because of the drift, and honestly, it's a pretty small control. It's really uncomfortable. It's a small control, really small. The Joy-Cons are like this small in size, like they're like the size of a hand. That's pretty small for a controller, and it's really uncomfortable too. So I'm gonna put that in like the D tier. So that's something that I really think you should go in the D tier. The let's see, what's this? The Xbox 360 controller, or let's do the PlayStation controller. The PlayStation 4 controller, if I can have. Okay, so PlayStation 4 controller. Honestly, it's pretty comfortable. I like the controller. It's really good. I played it. I played with it before. It's really good. So yeah, the PS4 controller is a really good one. It's actually gonna be in the S tier, to be honest with you. It's a really good one. Really comfortable, actually. Wii U. Wii U controller was pretty good, honestly. It kind of is like a tablet, like it's really big. But honestly, it feels really good. I'll give you that. It's a really good controller. It feels good, actually. It feels really good. But I'll give it at least a B tier, to be honest. It's okay for a controller, but it's not like the Switch controllers that make it so uncomfortable that it's basically unplayable. Sega Genesis controller probably is kind of awkward. It's a really awkward controller from what I'm seeing here. The GameCube controller. really comfortable. I really think it's a really good controller. It's really that good. And when I played my Wii with the Genki controller, it's a really good one. It's real comfortable. Even when I'm playing like Mario Kart Wii, it feels so natural. It really does. No, I don't want that. Okay. Let's see. The Nintendo 64 controller. It's really... Honestly, looking at this, I really think it's a really clunky controller. It's just... It's kind of uncomfortable to say the least. It's really uncomfortable to say the least. The Nintendo 64 controller kind of looks pretty awkward. Like, I probably would get used to this. I probably would get used to a controller like that. It just doesn't feel comfortable to me. It really doesn't, honestly. Let's check the comments here. Ah, nice. Ah, good. You're gonna be releasing Cartoon Network bids. I hope they go well. That should be good. Yeah, I'll watch them right after this. You'll get my support. Yeah, thank you very much. Can you see the tire list for some reason? Because I don't think you can see that. Can you? Yeah, can you see the tire list? Yeah, you can. Because I put it there. Yeah, the Genki controller is iconic. It's a really good one. I probably say it's pretty comfortable. I'll give you that. It's a really comfortable. It's a really comfortable. Really comfortable controller. The Nintendo 64, I'll give you that. It's a really clunky controller. I'll give you that. It wouldn't feel really comfortable in somebody's hand. Even though it's like a good console, I would say the controller is like very clunky. It's super duper clunky. So that's one of the things that kind of makes me kind of go like, they needed to redesign this a long time ago. The NES, the classic controller, a really good one. Comfortable, super comfortable, along with the S tier ones, but that one, the NES controller is a really good one. It's a classic. The SNES one, a really good one. It's a really good controller. It's a classic too. I'll put it at an A tier. I played with it before. It's a really good one. The Wii U Pro controller, a really good one. The PlayStation controllers, they're really good as well. I'm gonna put these at an A tier, all of them. Xbox probably feels good. It feels really good, to be honest. And probably this one is a little bit clunkier, but I'll put it in the A tier, to be honest. This one seems a little clunky, so I'll put it in the C tier. This one, I think that's Saturn, Sega Saturn. I can put it in the B tier since it's okay. The Wii remote and nunchuck, I would say it's a B. Not really used to the nunchuck though, and the Wii wheel. It's a really clunky controller. most of the controllers of the Wii is really bad, except for like the classic controller and the classic controller Pro, I think. But that's like the only two controllers that I think could be very good, and another Sony controller, which is a really good one. This one does seem comfortable, and then the Sega Dreamcast. It's a really good one too, I think. So, all right. So that's my tire list here. You better do the NES and SNES controllers that I can. My comments are going through. I can't believe the Joy-Cons are so low. They're meh in my opinion. Yeah, I put the Joy-Cons in the low position because, believe it or not, the controllers have Joy-Con drift. Yeah, the Dreamcast controller looks ugly, but I held one once and it was amazing. Probably a good controller then, in my opinion. So, a really good one. I picked a good tire for this. I think it's A. All the A's are like the PlayStation and some of the Xbox controllers on the other old controllers too. And some of these controllers look really bad in my opinion. The PlayStation controllers function like normal controllers, and the GameCube one feels great and actually feels like a controller too. The ones that don't feel like a controller are like the Sega Saturn one, and I think the Sega Genesis one. Oh wow, great! I won't ask though about why you kept bashing them against the ground. I won't though, but honestly, it's a pretty good story. But like I said, I put the Joy-Cons so far down, and the Joy-Cons feel super duper awkward. I'm not going to lie, they feel very awkward in my opinion. They do. I have to tell you, they feel really awkward. Do they feel really awkward for you? Like when you hold them in your hand though? Like they feel really small in my opinion. They just fit like the size of my hand, but that's basically it. They're really small. But that's how I feel in the verdict though. But yeah, yeah. It might be because my hands are smaller, yeah. And my hands are really big. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's pretty awkward to play with. I really. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I think it's because of YouTube system. Yeah. Another error on the stream. It's such a big problem. It really is. God, it's so weird. It's so weird. It really is. I don't know why it does that for some reason. And there it goes again. Like, seriously, you. Oh, it's back again. Seriously, what's with these errors with my streams? Like, what's with the errors on the streams? Like, it's super weird, honestly. It's super weird. Like, honestly, I feel like these streams, like, some of the time, like, they go smoothly. And, you know, most of the time they go really smoothly. But some of the time, it has an error or something. Like, you know, I'm checking the stream health, and I'm checking the messages here. And I'm checking that at 9:54, it's got an error and no data, an error, and then again at like around 9:28. It's just a constant thing here. Yeah, I know, it's super weird. I don't understand what's going on here. It's just super weird, but like I said, you know, I really hope to fix these problems in the future, though. I think it's because of my computer, though, since like the computer cannot handle so much. It doesn't delay on Twitch. Like, honestly, I like doing these streams on YouTube, but like, it's becoming a problem. Really? Seriously, like, Twitch is having problems too? Seriously, like, honestly, like, I really could talk about that tomorrow. YouTube is on top, yeah. Yeah, YouTube has so many problems now. Like, I don't even recognize it anymore. Like, it used to be so fun. Like, I remember, like, I remember that back in 2017, I remember that there was like the YouTube Studio thing. I remember that it was super old. I know people are gonna remember this. I think when I was really young. Do some research. Twitch is making all the creators want to leave the platform. It's crazy, yeah. I what was going, like, honestly, I don't understand why these big services that host videos on them, like, it's just so good. Oh, I remember YouTube Studio back in 2017. Yeah, remember YouTube Studio. Yeah, the old one, not the current one. The old one, I tell you, the old one, if I can pull up a picture now on Google Images, I think, or let me see if I have a picture here. So, Studio 2017. So let's see. Let me put up this. So it used to be like, it used to be something like where, like something like compared to this. like like the YouTube library and stuff like that. Like it used to be something like that. Yeah, it used to be super good. Yeah, they had their own like non-copyright music. Yes, they still do actually, but it's so different. Um, it's so different, and you know, I'm gonna actually let you know on the YouTube Studio side here, because I'm going to show you, like I'm gonna actually let you look at this. I'm gonna let you look at this. It's just really, really bad to be honest. Look at this, like look at this. Like you got your like really, like your top videos, your really like channel dashboard, the latest live stream performance, stuff like that. You know, that's good to know. But if you look at the content here, the content used to be so different here. Used to be really different here. It really used to be really different. It used to be super different. I'll tell you like the I'll tell you that this stream I tell you that that this used to be not like this. It used to be real different back in the day, and it was really good. Yeah, remember Leafy? Oh yeah, Leafy. Leafy is here. Jesus, it 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 has been a real long time, and I heard this back um from Robotech USA. Yeah, I'm using him as an example. I use him in all my examples because he really gives out really good information. But he made a video about like Leafy is here and how he causes drama and stuff like that. Like it was a whole thing on Leafy's here, and it was just kind of terrible, really. So honestly, I really don't blame people for like unsubscribing to this guy, cause like I checked out RTU's video, and it was like the same one-dimensional joke of like of like God damn it, I forget the joke, but it was like a joke of 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 like her face or something like that. Like I forget the joke, but it was something like compared to that. Um, but that was like one of the things that I do like the new layout, to be honest. But they have built a built-in editor on the old one. That was really helpful, but they don't have anymore. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't really like it at all. The new layout feels really weird. I don't I don't I mean I enjoy it. It's new, but like at the same time, you know, I feel like I really enjoyed the old one back in 2017 because I remember the content used to be on like one side, like you had your videos on that one side, and then you had your live streams on the other side on that same side, and then you had your like monetization things there too, I think. But you know, I don't think I had monetization back then, but YouTube used to be so different. And then like remember when YouTube used to be like broadcast yourself? It's not like that anymore. And I really do miss those days. I really do. And honestly, it's just been that way for a while. Hold on, I gotta get some water because I've been talking for quite a lot. I've been talking for quite a lot, so I'll be. Oh my god. Let's see. Alright.
¿Necesitas algo, papi?
No.
Ah, vaya, mamá.
Sorry, guys, I had to get some water because I've been talking for quite a lot, so. Alright. YouTube is so corporate, it's not funny. The only reason Susan was YouTube CEO was because Google started in her garage. That's not a good reason to make someone CEO. I need to get some water as well. Yeah. But seriously, honestly, like I do kind of miss the old YouTube and what I miss mostly is like the videos where it was like just pictures. It was like you had like a couple pictures, I think, and you did a voiceover while you talked about a topic, you know. Those are the one videos I miss. Like the videos that have voiceover and you talk about a topic and there's images on top of it. And you know that was one of those videos that I kind of missed the most too. So that was one of those videos that I missed too. That you know. Then you know I really miss those days where you know. Shoot, what happened? My vid is blocked worldwide. Oh, really? Damn. Yeah, I think I got a message like audio, like it picked up the audio from the other video. Like, yeah, that happened to me too. God damn it, man. But like I said, that sucks though. I hope it isn't blocked on my end. Yeah, it's just I hate copyright. Yeah, I know. You have to be really careful with what you do with that kind of content. Like, yeah, like I know you put like a disclaimer at like the last video. You put like a disclaimer. I should start using that if I'm gonna do like these streams or like any video that contains like copyrighted content, like the fair use thing here. So you know. Yeah, I saw that on your last video that you put like the fair use text on there. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I was gonna wanna use, if you don't mind if I could use that too, because I would like to use that as well. The audio though did it, unfortunately. Really? Damn. Yeah, so you know, and that's what I'm going to use if I'm gonna do videos like that, or like if it contains pictures or anything. But I think I'm gonna just use my my voice or something like that when I'm gonna record. Really? Nice. So you know, I'm gonna put that in like Google Translate, I think, or something like that. Yeah, or some ordinary games. Yeah, some ordinary gamers does it. Yeah, yeah. That is Yeah, because I could never find the text anywhere, and I don't know where you found the text, but it really could help me out though. So I'm gonna probably search the channel here. Yeah. I'm gonna probably search your channel here. Let's see. Yeah, but I think I'll do it right after though. But like I said, that could really save me though, for like things here. That could really save me a lot from the copyright thing. If I put the fair use thing in there, cause cause the thing is, I try to avoid the copyright thing there, but sometimes I get hit with it, so it starts to become a problem eventually. So, but like I said, it's really just something that I really want to use. So yeah, but okay. I hope it's not a 5 hour. It's not like a 5 minute delay here, but and I'm gonna put something in the chat to indicate that to thank you all for coming by. Like, can you see it? Like, can you see the chat I put in there? Thank you for coming by. It's been a really good stream so far. I really do enjoy you guys coming back. Yeah, and seeing these streams. No problem. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. I gotta fix my video. Yeah, of course. Put the thing in. Get rid of the content. Yeah. What I did for the last video, when I had the copyrighted content was mute mute the like copyrighted content, and I think that's what put it out. So you should try going into your YouTube Studio and checking the restrictions and click on the video that has the copyright thing and can't mute your audio or something like that, because it might pick it up. So that could be something to try out too. So yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna end this stream tonight. It's gone on for almost 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and end up the stream for tonight. I hope you guys go ahead and do that. I hope you guys go ahead and have a good night. Alright, I'll try. Yeah. Go ahead and try that. Yeah, muting it worked last time. It worked for me. It worked really well for me. It worked actually really well for me. So go ahead and try it. It's a really good one. My video after that one unboxing will be a banger and a premiere. Of course, I will premiere. Yeah, I'll join the premiere, man. I'll join the premiere. As well, I'm gonna be working on the video. I promise. I'm still working on it though. Essentially, I have the first draft done, but I want to get a second draft because, the first draft of the script didn't really make sense, and I feel like it just talked about more of the games than it did my actual opinion. So I really wanted to kind of branch out and give my takes on give my opinion on these games. It's just not giving you information. It's like giving my opinion on these things. So that's what I try to give here, my opinion. Yes, I like to be informative, but I like to give an opinion on these things as well. So you know, that's why I'm working kind of hard on the video. So that's why you won't see the video for like a while. But I promise you guys, like, it's gonna be a good one. I'm still working on it though. I hope the video is nice and long, like the Mario Kart video long. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, as well. I do intend to do that. I love hearing opinions, even if I don't agree with them. Yeah, yeah, that's what I try to go for in these videos. Like, you know, yeah, I want to be informative, and I want to know my stuff very well. I want to get my research out and stuff, but I want to give my opinions as well on these games. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Once again, guys, thanks for coming by, and thanks for coming by, guys, and thanks for supporting me on this. And currently, I like about 103 subscribers already. I hope to get even more on the next couple of videos that I do, but you know, it depends like how many people, you know, just go again and do, and you know, just go ahead and watch the videos, you know. Thanks for streaming, man. It was great. Thanks very much. It was a good stream. Very fun, actually. And if you cannot see The Office, like, The Office has like new three drawer things here, because I wanted to organize it a little bit, since my office is like a pigsty. Because like I used to have my notebooks and things on the table, and you know, it was dropping my mic a little bit. So I got that fixed now, so there's not a lot of stuff on my desk anymore. So that's why I got the organizer to kind of just, you know, get to it. So yeah, it looks good. Thanks. It's a really good one. Yeah, I use it quite a lot, so that would be great. But anyways, thanks, you guys. Have a good night. I will stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a gameplay, cause I really do enjoy the gameplay live streams as well. So that could be something to look forward to. So the gameplay live streams could go well as well. So even though I like talking about things here, I just I want to do gameplay. I want to do a little bit of both. So maybe expect a gameplay live stream. Maybe I'll do Mario Kart Wii again. Depending on which game you guys want me to do, I really do want you guys to kind of vote. I'll put a poll on here. I'll put a poll on the community tab, seeing what games you want me to play, since I still got the Need for Speed Most Wanted long play to do, and I could do Mario Kart Wii, or I could do other games that I think could be going well there. Mario Kart Wii. Wait. What is it? Of course I do. I have Double Dash. Yeah, I'll stream that one if you get the chance. Yeah, I'll get the chance to stream Double Dash. I had to clean my what is it? My disc first, because for some reason it doesn't want to read. It's just really weird. It's really weird. So you know, that is one problem I have with it. Like, yeah, I'll stream Double Dash for you guys if you want me to. Yeah, I will. Maybe I'll take some footage from the Double Dash live stream and put into like the in-depth review of the game. So you know, maybe I'll stream the game. I'll stream the game, because that could make for really good footage, for gameplay footage, because like it's my own gameplay footage. So that could be one of the things I could do. Like I could do the live stream for Double Dash and use the Double Dash live stream as kind of like my points to kind of address. That would actually be so cool. Yeah, of course I will. I will do that. I would get to that. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. If you guys want, I'm gonna have to clean my stream of it when they use actual footage of the game. Yeah, of course, I will. So that would be something. So yeah, I will stream that tomorrow. Look forward to it. So that should be fun to do. Other than that, look forward to the video coming in the next week, and more videos will be coming soon, as always, and community posts, and I do post on Twitter occasionally too, and I just posted something on Twitter like last night as well about like Eric Cartman and which character that I was going to which character that they would throw away as a friend, which I think I still have that here. Yeah, I still have that here. Due to their selfish and manipulative actions, which one of these characters would you easily want to get rid of as a friend? So the options were Rippy, Ed, I think it was Ed from Ed and Eddie, Daffy Duck, or Eric Cartman. And I replied with like out of the 4 characters, it's like Eric Cartman. So that's one of the things that I put there. So. Yeah, I mean, Eric is the worst friend. Daffy and Rippy. Rippy had some bad moments, some good moments really, but he was overall like a good, like kind of okay friend. Daffy Duck is kind of lazy, but yeah, Eric is the worst friend, and I did get a reply from this. It says that's just the tip of the iceberg. He injected in whatever that is. I'm not gonna say it. To one of his friends, Kyle, summoned whatever it is via his cute superhero persona, caused the character's wife to commit fed a 14-year-old his parents. Oh God. Something disguising them as chili, and many more. So that's when you realize like Cartman is the worst friend. So Eric Cartman is the worst friend. So I seen a few clips of it. God, oh my God! If it didn't get that dark really quick, then yeah. Wow. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoy, and really hope you enjoyed this last stream. He fit that kid his parents in Chile. Oh my God, man! Seriously, that's terrible. God. But thanks again. I don't know how much I'm gonna say this, but thanks again. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for the next stream. So, bye, everybody.